Hey guys, so I'm just gonna have this playing in the background. This is actually beta footage, like before the game came out, as you can see. But I'm just gonna leave this up and talk about uh, some things I would love to see in Genshin Impact. Um, this is like my new favorite game, and for a free-to-play game, people should try it. It's really, really good. Um, yes, I know some people aren't into the whole anime style, but if you get past that, it's pretty solid gameplay. Um, if you love Breath of the Wild, it's just like that. It's a huge amount of land to explore, treasures all over the place, little events where like little you click on them and you either have to get somewhere in a certain amount of time or you have to fight things and you get treasure afterwards. It's really fun. But there are just some things I would just really, really love to see in game. So I made a list, and it's not in any list in particular. It's not like, oh, my top, there's 10 of them, but there's not, not ranked from the most to worst, It's just whatever I thought of at the time. So, first off would be a mail system. I have 4 accounts, and the my main account, I have so much shit on there that I don't use. I have leveling up materials that I don't need at the current time because I've passed all that. Um, and I would love to be able to send them to other, not only maybe other characters, but my friends list. I got people on my friends list, so why not be able to say, hey, I need some of these. Could you send them to me? Okay, sure. Um, so a mail system, because we gotta get past the whole free to play. Um, so if we look at this, since it's on PC, it's on mobile, it's on PlayStation, so we need to look at it like an actual game and an RPG. Um, so a mailing system between characters and friends would be great. Maybe have servers or something. I would love to play with people out in the world. I would love to see people running around in the world, rather than having to join a group specifically to go to other people's worlds. Um, make the world feel a bit more, inhabited. Um, which also means more towns and this and that, because Mondstadt and Liyue are pretty much the only real major hubs. You have like one or two scattered around, but there's, especially Mondstadt, there's, apart from the main hub, there really aren't many. You got Springvale, but there, for a world that's inhabited by people, it doesn't really feel like it's inhabited by people. You don't really see people out in the world. You don't get that sense that, hey, this is a great big world filled with people, filled with people. Um, so stuff like that. But that leads to the next one: more immersive world, i.e., more animals. Like if you notice, there really aren't a lot of animals. There's boars that you can find. There's ducks and pigeons, mostly birds. But I would love to see a multitude of animals. You got your little foxes that run around. But I would love to see more animals, like the real world. This is a fantasy world. Why aren't there, magical creatures flying around all over the place? If you really go in the game and you look around, there really aren't a whole lot of animals running around. So that would be one thing. For more immersion, weather effects. The rain, absolutely great, but I would love to see snow. We have Dragonspine that they have snow in, but I would love to have some kind of change in seasons or something like that, to where, we see here, we're in the gorge, and I would just love to see just snow falling. Um, Let the world be more immersive, and huh, okay. uh, more immersive and stuff like that. Um, like I said, most people don't like doing snow effects, um, for whatever reason. But I would love to see snow. I would love to see wind. I would love to see super bright sunny days. I would like to see just dark days. I would like to see what you would expect to find in a real world setting. Clearly they have rain. Clearly they have snow. So why not fill these areas with said effects? Number 3, transmog. You can transmog your item, your wings, and that's about it. Transmog is actually part of the next one, which would be gear slots. So pretty much every other gacha game, every free-to-play game has slots. You know, you have a headpiece, you have, you know, hand pieces, you have shoulders, you have this, you have that. Yes, you can say, oh, well, that just adds more to level up. Well, that's a good thing. That gets people out into the world to level things up. Would it require more items put in? Maybe. Or you can just go off the stuff you see already. But being able to transmog, and you're like, well, if it's just you in the world, why bother transmog? Well, why bother changing your wings? You're able to change your wings. So if we're really the only ones who can see it, it gives you a sense of personalizing your character. You know, after a certain time, you should be able to just choose what they want to wear, just like the wings. I think people would be more inclined to go out into the world and farm for gear and stuff like that if they knew that they could, oh, hey, man, that looked really, really great. That's a great chest piece. I'm going to use that. Not saying that the clothes that they have now aren't good, but it's just, you want it to feel personalized. Even the crappiest of free-to-play games let you pretty much transmog in some kind of way. And if they don't, they still have item slots to where, oh hey, I got a new one. And then once you get higher and higher to max level, you have like really, really good looking items that are best in slot, and you look really, really cool, and it shows that you've played a lot and you've put a lot of time into it, and this and that. So having item slots would, you know, for gear would really definitely be, like I said, a reason to get out into the world. Where are we on? 4. Leveling. So basically, really the only way to level is to get the materials for it. You kill things, but you only get like 45 experience. But then you look at how much experience you need in order to level up, and you're like, wow. So killing mobs, it's not an effective way. Some people like me, I don't want to go around sometimes and farm, look for chests. Sometimes I just want to kill stuff. But killing things isn't rewarding enough as a character who's leveling. Even low levels aren't able to be leveled up. Fresh characters that you just get, level 1, even they can't level up by just killing things. It's anyone who, if you're someone who levels up that way, bless you, because that is impossible to do. I mean, you could be leveling all gear and you're still not going to gain 1 level because of how little you actually gain. So I would love to be able to go out into the world, say, I just want to log in for a little bit, and be like, oh, I don't have the Mora, I don't have the materials for leveling. Let me just go out to this area where I know there's a lot of mobs in a small place. Let me just kill mobs. Let me just take 5-10 minutes, you know, get from like this much to this much for the bar, and that'd be great. But unfortunately, there's no way of doing that. So, but I want them to add some sort of leveling alternative. Like I said, we need to stop looking at this like it's a free-to-play game. Yes, it's free-to-play, but it's multi-platform. It's an RPG. It has an actual storyline and stuff like that. It's can't be considered as just a regular run-of-the-mill gacha game. So we need to stop looking at it like that. So leveling system would be great. Number 5, better login rewards. They've got the thing on the MiHoYo site where you log in, you get like freaking eggs and meat. No, we don't want eggs. We don't want meat. We don't want anything they can easily find in the world. We want the leveling materials. We want to level, actual levels. We want to be able to level up artifacts. We want to be able to level up level up our weapons, Primogems, Mora. Now Mora's easy enough to find. I really like that water effect. I think that's actually different than what we have now. Although that bottom looks kind of weird. It makes it just look like it's a swimming pool. But yeah, the it's not hard to just put good rewards on something, you know? Especially when you have these people who are playing all the time, and they want to feel like, you know, you actually care. They do give us random items sometimes. Like, I'll log in and find, like, I don't know, like 10,000 Mora for whatever reason. But login rewards, they do the ones that we have one right now, the gastronomy one, and you can get like 300 Primogems from it over the course of 7 days. But that stuff like that needs to be every day. I would love to see that stuff at the very end. Like at the very end, on day 30, you get like, I don't know, 1,000, or at least maybe 1,600 Primogems. Enough to guarantee you 10 pulls. That would be great. People would then feel the need to log in every day, so that way they can get those rewards, because no one wants to log in for shit rewards. So, you know, it starts off easy enough on the first day. You know, maybe you get like 5,000 more. Then the next day, you'll get like 50 Primogems. The next day, you'll get like 10 leveling materials of whatever kind. You know, and so on and so forth. And then at the very end, you get like 1,600 Primogems. That obviously guarantees you 10 pulls, because in order to get 10 pulls, that's 1,600 gems. And I would love to see that, rather than just, oh, we're going to have it for only 7 days and then that's it. No, it needs to be every... Like I said, I know we have to stop thinking this in terms of free-to-play, but since it still is free-to-play and it is a gacha game, every other gacha game has login rewards that are worth it. Fuck, even Raid Shadow Legends, and even some of the crappier ones. When you log in, you get stuff that's worth it. So MiHoYo definitely needs to raise what you get in those daily rewards on the site, and then the ones that they have in-game. Make that all month. People will feel more inclined to log in when they know they're getting something. Or, like I've said before, why not just at the end of the month, why not just give a random character? Why not just a guaranteed character? They've done events like that before. They've given Barber away for free, they've given Fischl away for free, who else? They give you characters for free when you first start. You get Amber for free, you get Kaya for free, you get Lisa for free. So it's like with Raid, they give you really, really top tier characters for free, just for logging in every day over the course of like 130 days or something. They, at the end of each month, you get a epic character, and then finally I think you get like a legendary character, and they're viable characters. They're not like, oh, these crappy free handouts. No, they're legit. Like in Genshin, they gave you Fischl for free. She is a really good character, and they just gave it to you. It's like, just do the event. Do the event, you get Fischl for free. You don't have to pull for her. You just get her for free just for doing this event. So something like that, only with lock-in. So I would love to see, you get 30 days, and the last characters, I don't know, like Chi-Chi or something, or Zhongli. I would love to say people like that. So better rewards. Kind of goes also with the next one, more Primogems. We don't have an economy in the game. You don't have stands and auction houses and anything like that. It's not really going to break the game to give more Primogems. After that, what was it, 1 billion Primogem giveaway, you only get 108 out of it, or 122. You get a little over 100 Primogems. Out of 1 billion, you only get a little slice. Not even a slice. I wouldn't even say it was a sliver. Just a crumb. You got a crumb. I had 2 accounts at the time, and I had 108 on one account and 122 on the other. Out of 1 billion free Primogems. So, Primogems, there's no economy in the game. It's not going to break the economy. It's not like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy, was it 14, 17, or whatever the MMO is. It's not like that where they have an economy where, you know, supply and demand, and it's an RPG where you're pretty much soloing everything, and you can join groups, but that's only if you want to. There's no economy, there's no auction house, there's nothing like that. So giving away Primogems, more Primogems, it's not going to break anything. And again, that would be giving people more reason to log in, knowing, oh man, you know, I don't have the money to pay to keep getting characters, and they just don't give me enough Primogems to do anything. I'm not going to log in anymore. But then you start giving more Primogems, and people are like, oh man, this is amazing. I feel more inclined to log in now. You know, you want people to play your game, and you don't want them to think that you don't give a crap. But more Primogems, there's no economy, it's not going to break anything. That mine, or... Okay. Next, this is just a stupid one, but let us pet the cats and dogs. It's time. You know, I know people in Breath of the Wild were complaining about that they couldn't really interact with the dogs or anything, or the cats. Just let us pet them. They see us, and they follow us, and they roll on their backs and get, you know, show their bellies. Just let us pet the cats and dogs. And that's really all I need to say about that. Number 9, less resin consumption. You know, everything you do consumes from 20 resin to 60 resin. When you're doing domains, it should be based on the difficulty of the domain. So the very, very first one, you do, the easiest setting, the easiest mode, should be like 5 resin. And then the hardest one should be about 20. So that way, you can do more, because the rates in those I sat there for God knows how long in Dragonspine, doing that domain, trying to get Hydro and Cryo gear. I sat there for about 2 freaking hours, and I got diddly squat. So it's not going to break anything by letting people do these things more. I sat there for an hour or two just trying to get that shit, and I paired up with groups. I was soloing it, thinking, okay, well, maybe that would add better chances. But no, for 2 hours, and after 2 hours, I got one piece that part of the set, and it wasn't even something that was good. It wasn't even good. Out of 2 hours. So lowering the resin consumption of things like domains, have it 5 when at the very start, and then the harder modes, the harder settings, have those be 20. So basically there's what, 4 or 5 modes, or you know, if there's 4, then 25, and anything higher, just keep raising it by 5. So the first one should be 5, and the highest, the higher you go, just raise it by 5. So that way people feel like they're getting more bang for their buck, because people say, oh yeah, I log in, I do a few domains, 10 minutes later, I'm all out of things to do, and I have to log out. Let's just go ahead and put that again. So people want to be able to log in every day and to do things, especially after you're rank 55, you've got no more chests in the world, you've got nothing else to collect, and you just have nothing else to do. So being able to do more domains. Now for the world bosses, like the outside stuff, like the vines and stuff like that, really should depend on your rank. So the higher the rank, the more expensive it should be. With a max of like what it is now is like what, 50, 60 or something, or 40, 60 or something. Um, but domains, just lower the resin consumption. That way, people won't care that it takes like 8 minutes or so to recover one resin, because they'll be using so much less that. And then the final one is more random world quests that can be done daily. Now you get your 4 daily world quests that you can do every day, and each of them gives you 10 Primogems, and then finally gets like 40. But I would love to just be going around in the world. Now they do have random things that happen, but it's not worth it. It's like, oh yeah, go talk to Liliana or Liliana or Lynn or whatever the hell her name is. And she's like, oh, I just want 1 sweet flower. You give her 1 sweet flower, and then you really don't get much for it. You get a little bit of Mora, and that's pretty much it. I want to see more exclamation marks on the map, for quests and stuff like that. I would love to do, because that gives you a good amount of world experience, gives you a good amount of Mora. Like, each one of them gives you like 30,000. So being able to go, like I said, and it'll also add to the immersion of the world, because you walk in all these places and it's like there's no one there. There's no one there. No settlements, and the settlements that are hilly churl settlements, and you just don't get the sense that this is a world inhabited by people. You get a sense that, oh yeah, everyone's dying and there was some cataclysmic event, and that like there's no one left apart from in these small places, which obviously is not true for the most part. So more quests daily, maybe raise the 4 to like 8, or you have your World of Warcraft ones where you have like 20 of them, and you can pick and choose which ones you want to do. I mean, having the ability to pick and choose between world quests and the rewards you get from them, it's better than just logging in and having like the same quest to do every single day. Go over to the hilly churl camp and destroy the 2 towers. I mean, you go over there, it takes 5 seconds. You're like, I'm gonna head out. So having 20 world quests between Mondstadt and Leeway, being able to go like, oh, okay, well this one gives me leveling material, which I need, but that one has a lot of Mora. Oh, 10 Primogems for that one. Okay, I think I'll do these. Now, the other ones will obviously reset after a certain amount of time, but if you want to do them, you'll be able to do them. Like I said, World of Warcraft does it perfectly fine, works. I think people more complain for them about the rewards, but obviously this is not World of Warcraft, but just more world events, not just random crap like you're walking, it's like, oh, go, this person wants 1 sweet flower, So I want the world to feel more immersive. You see all this right here. Look at all these open fields. There could be so many little settlements right there, just in that small amount of land. But there's nothing. There's nothing. You see little things like this, with little carts or stands. You see tents, but then there's no one there. There's no one there. And you could say, oh, well, hilly churls and blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's just like real life where, you're out in a place that has deadly animals that want you to die. People still settle there. Look at Australia. Everything there wants you dead. The plants want you dead. The animals want you dead. The weather wants you dead. And people still inhabit those areas. So, I'm pretty sure a few hilly churls in an area aren't going to stop people from building settlements. But yeah, those are the 10 things that I would love to see in the game. If you guys have stuff you would like to see in the game, let me know. I want to see how creative people can get. I would like to see a bikini mode for Barbara. Oh, the other girls. No, I'm pretty sure people are gonna, somewhere in their mind, someone thought of that, like, oh yeah, you know, I've seen mods for this game, skin mods. I would love to be able to put my characters, you know, depending on the weather. I mean, there you go. You know, it'd be awesome. You know, you're in a hot place. Why not dress for the occasion? You know, you have your traveler. You know, why not have them in shorts and, you know, a t-shirt, or, you know, like what she's wearing right now, but without the skirt part, because that probably doesn't feel good in the heat. Or if you're in the cold Dragon Spine, why not just dress for the occasion, so that way you don't have to find a torch every 5 seconds, and you don't have to use your goulash. Why not just dress for the occasion? Why not be able to just bundle up, have a coat or something that gives you immunity to the heat, the cold, you know, even if it doesn't have the best stats. Just something to give you immunity from it, so that way you don't have to, oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm about to die, I'm about to die, find fire, find fire. You know? So something to dress for the occasion. If you're in somewhere cold, you're able to put on something to keep you nice and warm. If you're in some place like here, where it's out in the open, and it's probably hot, you should be able to wear shorts, you know, snazzy, like, you know, in the style of Genshin Impact, but clothes that fit the occasion. See, so right off the top of my head, I just thought of something right off the top of my head, right at the end, that I would love to see. All from a creepy comment of wanting to see them in bikinis. So, and I don't mean full-on bikinis. You know, plenty of people can wear, you know, like a swimsuit, like a one-piece swimsuit, and have like the shorts on it. Because I think that's what Barbara would probably wear. She'd probably wear with a one-piece suit with the bow still, and she'd have like shorts or something, or maybe a little skirt. But yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think, and yeah, let you just leave the comments below. Sorry this took so long, 30 minutes, but whatever. Anyways, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.